Today, the White House is touting what it calls its common sense approach to government. In a press briefing that wrapped up just minutes ago, Deputy Chief of Staff Stephen Miller discussed President Trump's commitment to, quote, our values, culture, and way of life. Specifically, he emphasized the president's efforts to end DEI initiatives. So let's go straight to CBS News White House reporter Olivia Rinaldi, who's covering all the developments for us from Washington, D.C. Olivia, so just for our audience who may not be aware that this briefing just happened, what stood out to you? What are some of the main topics they spoke about?
Well, this was a very wide-ranging briefing this morning from the White House. We had Caroline Leavitt, the press secretary, and Deputy Chief of Staff Stephen Miller talking about everything from immigration to tariffs to dolls coming into the United States and being produced here. That's in reference to what Donald Trump said yesterday, where he said Americans might just have to hang tight and pay higher prices, specifically on toys and things of that matter, because of the tariffs. Specifically on that, Stephen Miller was asked about this U.S. Chamber of Commerce letter that was sent today that said tariff relief is going to be necessary for small businesses in order to stave off, a recession and these high prices to make sure that small businesses are doing okay. He said, there is going to be relief for small businesses, but it's probably going to come in the form of some tax relief. Take a listen to what he said here specifically about that.
The president has made clear that there will be 100% expensing for investment in the United States. Companies that invest in the United States will be able to deduct 100% of that cost from their tax liability.
So that's the intent of this administration, to stave off any of those tariffs and higher prices with tax relief. But that tax relief has to come in the form of moves from Congress and legislation from there. So all in all, Vlad, it could be a while before Americans feel any type of relief if these tariffs are to stay on, while Congress is still working through that huge package of legislation that they're trying to get passed by July 4th.
All right, let's switch gears here, Olivia, and let me ask you about former Vice President Kamala Harris, who made her first major public appearance since leaving office last night. What do you have to say about a potential showdown between the executive branch and the judiciary?
Well, this is the first time we have heard from former Vice President Kamala Harris since she left office. She made this big speech last night out in California. She said a few things. She called Trump's tariff plan absolute chaos. She also said it's the greatest man-made economic crisis in modern presidential history. I want to point out something she had said specifically, though, about that system of checks and balances and warning what could happen if the judiciary says one thing, but the White House just chooses to ignore it. Take a listen to that.
We here know that when the checks and balances ultimately collapse, if Congress fails to do its part, or if the courts fail to do their part, or if both do their part, but the president defies them anyway, well, friends, that is called a constitutional crisis. And that is a crisis that will eventually impact everyone.
So stark warning there from the former vice president. Of course, this is coming as a lot of Democrats are kind of popping their heads up after 100 days of the Trump administration and making known their intentions for 2026 or perhaps 2028. The vice president did not touch on that specifically, but she did joke and say, everyone's asking me, what have you been thinking about these days? Kind of alluding to perhaps what could be in the future for her. Vlad?
Fascinating. Olivia, thank you very much as always. Appreciate it.